Most owners think their dog won't leave their side because she is anxious, clingy, dependent, unable to self-regulate without constant proximity to the person she is attached to. The language most people reach for is separation anxiety, a clinical framing that implies something broken, something that needs fixing, something that would be better if it were different. That framing is wrong for most dogs, and the way it is wrong matters, because a dog you believe is anxious gets a different response than a dog you understand correctly, and the response she gets shapes everything that follows. You know the experience. You stand up and she stands up. You move to another room and she's already at the door before you reach it. You sit back down and she settles, not because she was distressed, but because you are located and she is satisfied. The presence is not frantic. It is not destructive. It is not the physiological signature of an animal in distress. It is simply constant, calm, specific to you. By the end of this, you will understand what is actually driving it, why it is almost certainly not what you have been told it is, and what the constancy of her presence is actually telling you about the relationship you have built. The first thing to establish is the distinction that most owners never hear, because it is the one that changes everything. There is a difference between proximity seeking and anxiety. They can look identical from the outside. The dog who follows you from room to room could be doing it from a dysregulated nervous system that cannot tolerate distance. Or she could be doing it from a regulated nervous system that has decided you are the most interesting and important variable in its environment and sees no good reason to be in a different room from you when you are available. The tells are in the body. The anxious dog follows with tension, with the slightly elevated vigilance of an animal that is monitoring for the threat of your disappearance, rather than simply enjoying your presence. She is hard to settle. She orients toward exits. She shows the pre-distress behaviors, the panting, the pacing, the lip-licking, when your departure seems imminent. The proximity-seeking dog follows with ease. She arrives in the new room and settles. She does not monitor for your departure. She has registered your location, and she is done, content, ready to rest. The following is not anxious. It is interested. She is not afraid of losing you. She is choosing to be near you because near you is, for her, simply the better available option. Most dogs who follow their owners everywhere fall into the second category. The word most owners have been given for this is wrong. The word is not anxiety. The word is attachment, healthy, secure, freely chosen attachment, and it looks like following because it is following, the physical expression of a bond that has been built into her behavioral baseline so completely that proximity to you has become her resting preference. The second thing is why you specifically. She is not near whoever is available. She is not near the warmest person or the most active person or the person who fed her most recently. She is near you, specifically, consistently, across all the variations of your household and your day. That specificity is not random. It is the result of a selection process her nervous system ran, continuously across the entire history of your relationship, assessing who reads her most accurately, who responds to her most consistently, who makes uncertain moments most manageable, who she can be the fullest version of herself around. You won, not because you tried to win, because of the accumulated evidence of every ordinary interaction you have ever had with her. The reads that were accurate. The moments you adjusted when something landed badly. The times you were present in the specific way that registered as genuinely present rather than nearby but elsewhere. Her nervous system keeps notes. The notes built a conclusion. The conclusion is you. This is the piece most owners miss entirely. The following is not a symptom of her need. It is the behavioral signature of her choice. She is not near you because she cannot cope without you. She is near you because she has assessed every available option, and you are the one she keeps selecting. Behavioral observation of dogs across attachment studies has documented that proximity seeking directed specifically toward one person, rather than any available person, is one of the strongest behavioral indicators of secure primary attachment. The dog who follows you specifically, and not simply whoever is moving, has answered the question of her primary attachment with her feet, every single time she gets up and follows. The third thing is what the following is doing for her, because it is not only about preference, it is also about function. Your presence is regulatory for her nervous system, not in the way that implies she cannot regulate without you, in the way that your proximity actively lowers her baseline arousal, in the way that being near you requires less of her monitoring system than being in a separate room, in the way that the specific sensory input of your presence, your smell, your sound, your movement, is processed by her nervous system as information that the environment is clear. She does not have to work as hard when she can see you. The monitoring that her nervous system runs continuously. The low-level environmental scan for anything requiring response is partially outsourced to you when you're present. Your presence tells her someone competent is already attending to this environment. You can rest. That is not dependence. That is the specific, functional benefit of a trusted social bond. The same benefit that makes humans sleep better next to a partner they feel safe with, that makes children explore more freely when a trusted adult is nearby. Proximity to a trusted person downregulates the nervous system in ways that benefit the one doing the seeking. She is near you because near you, her nervous system gets to rest. Most owners think the solution to constant following is creating independence, training her to stay in another room, to settle away from you, to be comfortable with distance as a behavioral skill. And for dogs whose following is driven by genuine anxiety, that work is necessary and important. Flip that for the dog who is simply attached. The dog who follows you from a place of secure attachment does not need more distance. She needs the following to be understood for what it actually is. Not a problem to solve, not a symptom to treat, not evidence of a deficit she needs help with. She needs the following to be received as the declaration it is. I have assessed my options. I choose you. I choose you every time, in every room, across every ordinary day we share. Not because I need to, because I want to. That is not anxiety dressed up in calm behavior. That is love with very good follow-through. Think about what it would feel like to have one person in your life who, given the choice of any room in the house, chose the room where you were, every time, without drama, without demand, without needing anything from you except the ordinary fact of your presence. You would probably not describe that person as anxious. You would probably describe them as devoted, as someone who has decided, clearly and consistently, that you are the company they prefer. And you would probably feel underneath the ordinary texture of the day, something quiet and warm about being that consistently chosen. She is choosing you, not out of need, not out of fear, out of the specific practiced, accumulated preference of an animal who has spent the entire duration of your relationship deciding over and over that where you are is where she wants to be. The next time she follows you from the kitchen to the living room to the bedroom to wherever you go next, she is not being clingy, she is being clear. You are her favorite place. Does your dog follow you specifically, or does she follow whoever is moving? And has there ever been a moment where the following felt like something more than habit? Tell me in the comments. If this is the kind of watching you want to keep doing, subscribing means the next one finds you.